1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
7, 8.
9, 10.
Okay. All right.
Are we good?
We are good. Are we ready
Okay.
to go on? Go on?
Yes, but we need headphones.
Oh, well.
Gotcha.
All right. And go ahead.
All right, are we live?
Yep. Go ahead.
All right, perfect. Hello, and this is going to be a slightly different show today because, well, first of all, there is still a game. So for the folks on the radio, you're not going to hear this what you're hearing now online. But that's okay because you can always join us and re-listen and enjoy. This is going to be one of those very interesting episodes where I'm going to bring you something of tremendous value. I'm going to teach you one of the exercises that we use in the biogenic series to literally expand your energy field. And this was created, discovered, and put into practice in a system by this amazing man right here. And the exercise specifically that I have in mind is called expanding your electromagnetic field. All in all, today we're going to talk about 3 ways in which you can actually expand your electromagnetic field, the energy. And Dr. Shealy has written a wonderful book on energy medicine, which is still as applicable today as it has ever been. So let's jump right into this. And this is going to be a slightly different format, whereas in the past we've been talking a lot. This is going to be an interactive experience, at least for the first part of the show. So if you're sitting down or laying down, get into the most comfortable position for you, relax, and get ready for relaxation and something really wonderful. I'm going to start by a basic relaxation. Take a deep breath. This is your time. This is your life. You owe it to yourself. So if you can close your eyes, unless you're driving, go ahead and close your eyes and take a deep breath. Let it go. Go through the rest of the exercise, the rest of this experience, mindful of your breath. Breathing in, you can visualize collecting like a loving, gentle vacuum cleaner, anything that doesn't belong, mental, emotional, physical, anything that's uncomfortable or unpleasant, and then just let it go. And just keep on going. This specific exercise called expanding your electromagnetic field has been around for a long time, a number of decades. This is how long this system has been around. And when you're in your relaxed state of mind, as you're taking nice, easy, deep breaths, I want you to visualize, literally visualize and see in your mind's eye, expanded electromagnetic field, a halo, like, for example, what we have Dr. Shealy wearing with the PEMF, a halo, but about 1 inch area around the feet and the ankles. And take your time right now. Literally, see if you can, in your relaxed state, comfortable, get a sense, a feel for your feet and your ankles, and then visualize, feel that field expanding around your feet and your ankles, about 1 foot in diameter. And take your time. Continue with the deep breaths, and I'll be right here with you. And we will continue on as we move on higher and upper. As you start to feel the expansion in your feet and your ankles. And if you're not, there is a way to further relax your mind. And uh, sometimes what we do is autogenic training before that, beforehand. And sometimes we just very well go right into it. So while I'm just going to give a little more time. So expanded 1 inches of electromagnetic field around your feet and your ankles. Now going up your lower legs, upper legs, around the hips, pelvis, lower body. Literally envision, see, feel this protective, safe, wonderful halo all around your lower body. When you're ready, allow this expanded electromagnetic field, 1 inches in diameter, all around the lower body and now upper body, abdomen, lower back, upper back, chest, shoulders, arms, hands, fingers, all the way down from the neck. And when you're there, just let it be. Enjoy that relaxed state of being surrounded by this 12-inch halo, electromagnetic field, your own energy. And when you're ready, allow this electromagnetic field now to just completely surround and take care of your entire body, covering your head, neck, all the way from the top of your head down to the toes, surrounded in this 1 inches of expanded electromagnetic field energy. And it feels wonderful, warm, and safe. And just enjoy this presence, this being, right there. When you're ready, we're going to take this 1 inches of expanded electromagnetic field even further to around 12 inches. So visualize around 12-inch field, electromagnetic sphere, your own energy just coming out into the world, all around your body, 12 inches all around you, or around your feet and your ankles. And take your time with that. And some people may move faster, some people may move slower, but we're just going to continue. And whenever you're ready, allow this expanded 12 inches, of expanded electromagnetic field now to completely surround and come up lower legs, upper legs. But now also hips, pelvis, back, abdomen, chest, around shoulders, arms, and fingers. And when you're ready, over the neck, head, scalp, completely surrounding your entire being in this 12 inches of expanded electromagnetic field. Comfortable, warm, safe. And take your time. Enjoy that experience. See how it feels. Continue with a nice, easy, deep breathing. Notice any distinction from when you first started. If there was any physical discomfort, any mental or emotional, racing thoughts, anything of that nature, anything that didn't seem comfortable. How are you feeling right now? And if you're focusing too much on the physical symptoms, just become aware, scan, and literally, like a sensor, take action. Take a deep breath and let it go. Relax. Let it be. And when you're ready, open your eyes. Relax, and you can stretch your body and get comfortable and come on back. So how many folks have had an experience where you felt the expanded 1 inches and then 12 inches of electromagnetic field around you? We usually do this exercise, as a training in our clinic, but also this is available on Biogenics. Interestingly, this is also the introduction or the induction process. And of course, we do this in a way so that the person is truly in the proper state for when we do various therapies. I do, for example, progressive life therapies. In other words, just complete analysis of one's patterns. In other words, who knows you better than you know yourself? This is where we go into this relaxed state where you're still able to talk, think, and process, and then you are the one who is solving your own problems. That is the key. So yes, I do therapy in my practice, and Dr. Shealy has taught me this specific set of exercises. And of course, I introduced some of my own experiences and modalities, such as neuro-linguistic programming and otherwise. But the short of it is there's different modalities that can be utilized once you are in that relaxed, safe, comfortable space where you feel that, well, you're okay. Then you can come out of the fight or flight shelf, just the type of concept and being, and then you can actually enjoy. You can see the bigger picture. You can think. You can brainstorm. You can see that maybe there's more than one response to a given situation. This is one of the exercises that I used when I was in the hospital after my car accident, and there was no assistance for the pain and problems in my lower back, lumbar spine that was broken and paralyzed at the time, and there was no nursing coming to my assistance, so I literally had to do something to help myself. This was one of those exercises that I used, and I didn't even have at the time, because it was an accident, I didn't have this device. I didn't have the PEMF. I didn't have all those things to put me in a better place. That is why it is essential to be able to have your own control center, your own power center with you at all times, and to be able to be in charge of the control center. This is what we call the head game. This is the key and the principle behind biogenics and the resetting and the retraining of the nervous system. And this is what my medical partner and my dad has put together and designed since the 70s. Now, Dr. Shealy, among other exercises, you've developed the expanding your electromagnetic field. Now, you had to modify it from the original formulation. Originally, if I understand correctly, there was a concept of basically visualizing your arms and legs or legs expanding or getting bigger. Now, in our society, it's not necessarily a good thing because a lot of people have edema, problems, swelling, injuries. So getting bigger is not necessarily the right thing or a good thing. But, and this is what Dr. Shealy has taught me, that he actually took that concept and applied it to the culture and society in which we are. So in this way, visualizing the expended energy with your own mind, setting the intention, you can literally numb or create pleasant sensations, rather where there was unpleasant sensations, and literally achieve control and control literally of your body, physical body. But also I find that it works for thoughts, feelings, and emotions, because you're surrounding your entire body. Now you're minding, you're assessing what's happening within your body, within that beautiful vessel, this priceless physical creature that you are. And of course, there's thoughts, feelings, and emotions. So that is one way you literally expand your electromagnetic field. There's over 68 various exercises in this. Another way to literally increase or expand your electromagnetic field literally is what Dr. Shealy is doing. So that's method number 2. And right now we are on, I believe, Delta mode. So we can go to the another mode here, which is the sweep mode, and then there is the gamma mode. But the bottom line is the body is electromagnetic. The brain, the heart, the SA node, the AV node, the conduction, the nervous system, autonomic nervous system, peripheral nervous system, everything, every cell, across every cell membrane, there's a potential, minus 70 millivolts at its healthiest. And so how does one work with the mental, emotional, and physical? You can work on 3 various levels. You can work on physical level, you can work on mental and emotional level, and you can work on spiritual level, spiritual and intentional level. So what we just mentioned is the most powerful, but the hardest, because this is what you have to train. This is why the biogenics is a training system. And yes, of course, if you have it available, that's fantastic. But if you're in a situation where you end up in a car accident or something of that nature, and you really literally don't have anything with you other than what's on your body, well, once you know it, once the system is in your control center, in your capacity, it's like driving. If you know how to drive, you can get into any car and you can make it work, more or less. If you don't know how to drive, it's difficult. You have to watch everything. And if you have to get from point A to point B, you might not be able to in a safe manner on demand. This is what we're talking about. This is what we're training. We're training people to become self-sufficient, independent. And the goal is for a person to literally know and to say, I'm okay. I was not born with a drug deficiency. I was not born with a pharmaceutical deficiency. There's this thing called pharmacomafia, and actually another book that you've written, one of my favorites, is actually third-party rape. And what that book is about is how in our society the insurance and the entire medical system has hijacked the power away from the patient, away from the person, and into the system. And a lot of people have bought into that system, and that's why we have this thing called chronic disease, which is rampant, and the stress is rampant, and so is everything else. Bottom line is, we have the power and control to take back, to reclaim our mind, our bodies, our everything, and that's what it's all about. Second way to expand your electromagnetic energy field, halo, energy center, PEMF. A third way, third secret, so to speak, is to give the body what it needs. And what does the body need? We call it lifestyle. Lifestyle comes in a very broad category. You got nutrition, and this is something that Dr. Shealy has really literally impressed on me very, very powerfully, is that without the basics, without the lifestyle, without the foundation of nutrition, proper nutrition, staying away from starches, from carbs, not because we're against carbs, because it's poisoned in our society. There's a lot of poison in our society, physical, mental, emotional, and environmental. You can't get away from it all. Well, some people may, but most people cannot. It's just the nature of our life. So what we have to do is we have to optimize what we do and how we interact with the world and the environment, so that we do the best we can in any given circumstance, even difficult ones. Supplements. Supplements are essential, even on top of healthy lifestyle. And Dr. Shealy, how do you feel about vegetables?
Good.
Okay, absolutely. How many servings of fruits and vegetables would an average healthy person need?
8.
8. And how many do most people usually get?
2.
Okay. There you go, folks. So it's a major problem. I have another question for Dr. Shealy, because this is another one of those essential things in working with your energy, lifestyle, a real simple thing. How many people, and I think some of you may have heard this, what percentage of people actually do everything right in terms of lifestyle? In healthcare, nutrition, activity, sleep, rest, taking care of themselves, stress management.
Few.
I remember the number 2.7%. Sounds about right?
Yep.
Okay, perfect. Why do we do that? This is something that is easily accessible, available to us. It's a choice. It's a personal choice. And if you're not at your personal best, if you're not optimizing your lifestyle or your basics, well, forget about energy. Now, if you do have and work with lifestyle, then the next thing you need is basic essentials. And the basic essentials that you need is including, and this is what I love about the protocols that Dr. Shealy has developed and we're still using, of course, with a few updates for the better. But you got to have your good B complex. You got to have your essentials, or basically vitamin C, MSM, raises DHEA, anti-stress wellness hormone, which goes down after the age of 20 or so. What else? Vitamin D3, magnesium. These are all essential things. So if you're a healthy young person or a healthy older person, then, by the way, the chronological age has very little to do with physiological age. For example, some people are in their 70s and 80s, and they are actually acting and feeling and being better than 20-year-olds. And some 20-year-olds who are basically not taking care of themselves, and garbage in, garbage out. And the garbage, I mean, not just physical garbage, but mental and emotional garbage. Literally, I see a lot of younger folks that are falling apart even before they get a chance to get older, so to speak. And that's a new thing in our society. It's always been difficult for humanity to do our best, but it's gotten a lot more difficult, and therefore the need for self-regulation is ever more important. Ever more important. How are you feeling with the PEMF?
Good.
Yeah, one of our favorite devices. I like to say toys, but devices. But let's talk about energy. What does energy mean in a nutshell? Because we're talking about energy medicine, expanding your electromagnetic field. To me, it's more than a thing. To me, it's more than a paper. If it's more than a pen, it's your essence. It's your true nature. And it's basically everything of who we are in its multidimensional capacity. Anything that you'd like to mention about energy and the human electromagnetic fields?
Well, relax and enjoy.
Ah, the best advice ever given. And this goes deeper. If you want to take the statement, this is what I love about Dr. Shealy. I call him Dad now because he adopted me, but Dr. Norm Shealy really has a knack for taking the complicated and making it simple. That's what it's all about. And this is the thing. Medical illness, disease, dis-ease, you can get into so many complications. You can get into all sorts of research as to which blood pressure drug is better than the other drug for which population, and so on and so forth. The truth of the matter is, and you say this all the time, the blood pressure drugs suck. The mood drugs suck. Basically, cholesterol and so on and so forth, diabetic drugs are often unnecessary. All of these medicines, well, I shouldn't say there's not a place for it. I'm still emergency room, family medicine doc. But here's the thing. If we follow the blueprint, if we do what we're supposed to be doing in terms of health and wellness, we can keep it simple. We don't have to fall into the booby trap, so to speak, of the conventional society and being reliant on external factors, which may or may not be present tomorrow. Who knows? Supply and demand chains are going down. The pharmacies are changing rules by the second. Literally, within last week, I just had to deal with a number of changes in the pharmacies and rules and regulations on the state and federal level, and a lot of it doesn't make any sense. And I'm not sure how far further this is going to continue, but we're entering a period of uncertainty. We're entering a period of where we don't know what's going to be happening, what's not going to be happening. One way to approach it is with fear and anxiety. And Dr. Shealy has a really wonderful word for all of that. And I believe it's called detach. Wouldn't you agree?
Absolutely.
When you say detach, what do you mean by that?
Well, do it properly.
Let go. Completely let go. If it's not serving, don't do it. In other words, let's talk about energy further. Energy is, there's one definition of energy. Energy is neither created nor destroyed. How much energy resource do you have? How much of it are you using on things that are basically unnecessary? Things that are out of our control? And how effective are we at using this energy? Mentally, emotionally, can we activate our own energy center? Can we actually literally project our energy outwards? What I'm talking about as a concept of projecting your energy is not a brand new concept. When you do public speaking, there is, for example, right now I'm presenting on the radio. My intention is to literally come through and present or allow the information to come through in the best possible way. So I'm just getting out of the way of my own, in my own being, and literally letting the message come through. That's my intention. And the more I am able to project or allow that energy to come out into the world, the more impact I believe I can potentially have. And then my intention is to impact as many people as possible, because this is life-saving stuff. How many people, on the opposite, will do the contraction? In other words, in light of fear, shortages, all sorts of negatives. And especially if you watch news or if you continue to, follow the government and so on and so forth. And again, I'm going to be careful where I go with that, but there's a lot of negative and harmful stuff out there. And when we encounter all this negative, the typical response generally tends to be to contract. But the key is, in all of that, is to be able to let go. And to be able to let go and to be able to literally be at our own personal best, our full potential, our full being. Do you even realize what your full potential is? I didn't realize up until my 40s, late 40s. I always thought I was smaller than I was. This man right here, Dr. Norm Shealy, has taught me that in holism, we are powerful, we are unlimited, and it's up to us to reclaim, to take back that power. And if we want to truly make the world a better place, literally and figuratively, project our energy and ourselves into the world, create a world that we like. And that is what it's all about. So there's different ways to do it. There's devices so you can help your body electromagnetically. There's supplements and proper nutrition, lifestyle, which is essential to keep the energy to begin with. After all, if you put a great battery in a terrible environment where it's not going to do well, it's going to drain real fast. If you maintain it, it'll last longer. It'll be its optimal self, so to speak. Same with humans. Are you at your optimal self? Now, is the game still going on, by the way, as far as the radio goes? So we may just be off the radio proper, so just literally offline, and that's okay if that's what it is. Obviously not ideal for the radio folks, but again, another reason for everyone who hasn't joined us on online and YouTube and Facebook Live to please do that, because, well, you might miss this episode, for example, and a lot of the other things. But I'd like to see if there's any questions, thoughts, comments, and or anything that people would like to talk about.
Just a hello from New York. That's it.
Hello from New York, and well,
That's it.
hello back. So, concepts. And this is the essential summary that I'd like to leave everyone with, because this will be maybe a shorter episode here, but it still makes a significant difference. Energy, frequency, and vibration. If you want to understand the universe, think of energy, frequency, and vibration. That's one of my favorite quotes from Tesla, Nikola Tesla. How do you work with your energy? How do you multiply your energy? How do you accomplish things in the world? You start from within. You literally make sure that you are okay, and then you make a decision to take that energy and to create what's within externally. Put your intention, follow through, and enjoy the results. This is what we're talking about. The expanding your electromagnetic field is a visualization exercise. Visualizations are very powerful. If you can learn to visualize, if you can learn to literally envision your life, and other variations of this would be vision boards and otherwise. And for those who are in planning or in executive community, you know exactly how important the role of vision is. So you have to have a vision that's bigger than who you are. And that's what it's all about. And also realizing that there are devices and other ways to optimize the body on electromagnetic and physical levels as well. So as a human being is a multi-dimensional being, the work has to be done on multidimensionally as well. Now, I do believe that that is the crux of the material information that I'd like to put out there for consideration, for thoughts. And please feel free to check out Biogenics, biogenicscourse.com. It talks all about this concept of a training system, training your central and autonomic nervous system in combination with all the other things that we should be doing. And, of course, check out all the other resources on how you can utilize and optimize your energy. Dr. Shealy, do you have any other closing thoughts?
Nope.
All right. It is great to have you all, folks. And from Dr. Shealy and myself, happy Wellness Wednesday. We'll see you next week. Hopefully there won't be a radio game next time, and we'll be on the radio proper.
Okay.
All right, but I hope you enjoyed this content. God bless.